Have you ever stopped to consider how your daily actions might be contributing to a global crisis? Now let's pause for a moment and dive into the unsettling truth about climate change. You see, our planet has a natural warming process called the greenhouse effect. However, human activities are exacerbating this process, leading to a rise in global average temperatures. In fact, over the past few decades, these temperatures have been increasing at a rate that's nearly unprecedented in Earth's history. But it doesn't stop there. Along with these soaring temperatures, we're witnessing a rise in sea levels. Our vast, beautiful oceans are swelling, inching closer and closer to our homes. And while we're on the subject, let's not forget the dramatic loss of Arctic sea ice. The polar regions, once a vast expanse of gleaming white, are now slowly succumbing to the relentless heat. You might be wondering, how can my actions possibly make a difference? But this is where you're mistaken. Did you know that humans are responsible for approximately 100% of the global warming observed since the mid-20th century? Now, let's delve into how we've contributed to this. Think about the last time you drove a car or flipped on a light switch. The energy that powered those activities likely came from burning fossil fuels like coal, oil, and natural gas. These processes release vast amounts of carbon dioxide, a potent greenhouse gas. In fact, burning fossil fuels contributes to about 3/4 of carbon dioxide emissions worldwide. Now let's consider deforestation. As we clear forests for agriculture and urban development, we're not just removing the trees that absorb carbon dioxide. We're also releasing the carbon stored in those trees into the atmosphere. Lastly, consider industrial processes. Everything from cement production to chemical reactions in factories releases carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases. Compared to natural emissions, human activities are tipping the balance, pushing our planet towards a warmer state. The state of our planet is in our hands, and it's time we took responsibility. What will happen if we continue to ignore the reality of climate change? Picture this, a world where extreme weather events are not the exception but the norm. Hurricanes, wildfires, heat waves, more frequent and more severe than we've ever known, but it doesn't stop there. Imagine the sea levels rising, swallowing up coastal cities and creating millions of climate refugees. Now let's take a moment to think about our fellow inhabitants of the Earth. The loss of biodiversity due to shifting and shrinking habitats would be catastrophic. We're talking about countless species of animals and plants vanishing forever. This isn't a dystopian fantasy, it's a potential reality. Different parts of the world will face different challenges. Some will grapple with droughts, others with floods. Food security, public health, economies, all these aspects of life could be affected. But it's not too late to change the course of our future. Or what if you could be part of the solution to climate change? Just pause for a moment and ponder on it. Imagine if we all took the initiative to reduce our carbon footprint. Simple steps such as reducing, reusing and recycling can have a profound effect. It's not about making grand gestures, but about making conscious decisions every day. Consider this, if we all decided to eat less meat, the impact would be staggering. The livestock sector alone generates as much greenhouse gas emissions as all the cars, trucks, planes and ships in the world combined. And what about transportation? Carpooling or using public transportation drastically reduces CO2 emissions. Now picture this, if these actions were adopted widely, we could potentially cut global carbon emissions by a significant percentage. The power to combat climate change lies within each of us. It's about making better choices and taking responsibility for our actions. Start today because every action counts.